sitting there, it may stay there for more than 24 hours. It may be there for 1 week or 2 weeks, and that smells. So these are the answers, these are the problems that we had to face when we actually got into grey water. And that's why when I was talking with Luke, he said, you took the hard way. Grey water is actually a little harder. But we designed a system that basically was what we call tankless system, which are odorless system, the real-time diverter. But I'm going to now cover why people want grey water and why it is important and why it is growing so fast, despite all the negatives that I've just mentioned. Homeowners want lush and green gardens all year long. Now, water restrictions are there and they're here to stay. So if people think that the water restrictions are here and they're gonna go away, they're not. In Victoria, where we sell most of our systems, we have what they call level 5 restrictions, where you're not allowed to water your gardens at all with skim water in some of the month. Now, as I was saying to Luke, our biggest customer are actually rainwater, people who have rainwater tanks. Why? Because they've put in the rainwater tank hoping that they can water all their garden. They come in the summer and they see, no, they can't. They don't, there's no rain. It hasn't rained for 4 or 5 months. And what it is, there's no water in the tank, they've used it all. 5,000 liter is 5,000 liter of rain is maybe 2 to 3 hours of water in an irrigation system. Now that will go for about 1 or 2 weeks and then there is no water. No. Now really the best way to reuse rainwater tank, and I'll explain that, is actually indoor, because you have constant in and out, and actually during winter the water is coming all the time and you're reusing it. But in summer, if you want, gardens are very big users of water. All right? Now, he explained that there is 1 millimeter, 1 liter, or 1 square meter, 1 millimeter. With water consumption in plants, you're talking about 5 millimeters a day. So 5 liters per square. So you're multiplying by 5 what the rain you possibly get. So it's actually quite large. Anyway, I'm going to go through the thing. So people are becoming more environment friendly. I was in the US in October at a conference in Las Vegas. It was the Water Smart 09. And the biggest thing right now in terms of energy in the US is how they can reduce their greenhouse gas emission. And they were talking about putting grey water and rainwater tanks in homes. And for them, this is a lot more effective than any photovoltaic panels they can actually put in homes. Why? Because every one of these 200,000 tons of water, 200 tons of water that is actually traveling to your house is using energy. It's pumped from a few hundred kilometers, sometimes even thousands of kilometers away. And every one of these liters, this ton of water, this cubic meter, 1,000 liters of water, which weighs a ton, goes down to sewer, is pumped 3 or 4 times into the water treatment plants. Then these water treatment plants actually run through the water, and the energy used in this treatment plant is huge. They have to treat it to a class A level in order to be able to dump it back to the ocean and then pumping again. Footprint of every one of these kiloliter of water is huge. And they've actually found out that they've proven that if they put rainwater and grey water system in homes, they would instantly, and that's what they say, the fastest way to save water, to save energy, is to save water. They would reduce right away their greenhouse emission. So this was actually quite interesting. But I mean, people are always asking, and this is why should I throw the water I just paid for? and buy more water to irrigate my gardens. And this is something that people are going to ask themselves. They've just paid for the water. Now, I'm just going to give an overview of the water uses in homes and the different sources and what are the costs, so people realize, try to understand, because there is a lot of myths, you know, on, oh, I'm going to treat that water so that I can reuse it in summer and everything, and people have to be realistic and see what is effective and what is not effective. Really, if you look at this graph, rainwater, so you've got the skim water, of course, skim water goes everywhere and it's class A, and it's maybe right now $1 to $1.50 a kiloliter, which is very cheap. It will go up, definitely to 2, 3. In Germany, it's about 7, as I know, and in other countries, so we're actually very cheap. But domestic rainwater tank, you want to reuse it into the kitchen and bathroom in a sewered area. Okay, this is not in a where you have basically mains water. You need to